Welcome to the job site. Today's video is sponsored by LasGoo Levels. I'm going to be talking about this laser level in just a few minutes. But first I want to get started with installing these lower external toe kicks. Now I take a little extra time here and make sure that I'm careful on leveling the toe kicks. I like working with external toe kicks because it's easier to level these first as a base and then drop the cabinets on them. Because then you don't have to sit and mess with these awkward cabinets that are much bigger than the toe kicks. I like to take a little extra time here in leveling these toe kicks. After I install a couple of shims, I know I have everything dead level across and front to back, then I know that I can screw it into the sill plate. Now you'll notice I'm starting from the center toe kick out. That's because that's where the sink's going to go, and we want to work out from the center so I could have this line up exactly where I need to because of that steam unit on the left, and we want a certain reveal at the end of the wall. Now I'm going to measure from the wall out to the front of the toe kick, and then I'm going to just put a mark on one side, and then I'm going to butt it up against the steam unit frame, and then I'm going to mark the other side, and that's what I need to cut out so that I could fit this directly in. And the easiest way to cut those pieces out now is to just use the jigsaw and follow that line. As you can see, I have the toe kick cut out, and I'm just going to slide it right up to the frame of that steam unit, and everything fits together perfect. So now I'm just going to check it for level. If I need to install any shims, I'll throw some shims in there, and once it's dead level, I can screw everything together and then screw it off to the wall. Okay guys, so this is where the laser level really comes into play here. Now you can see we're sitting the center cabinet on top of the toe kicks. Now I'm going to check it for level, and I readjusted the laser level line, the height of the top of the cabinets. I'm going to go off of this so that I can set all the cabinets exactly and make sure that my toe kicks will level perfectly as well. So let's talk about this laser for a couple of seconds. I'll show you some key features. I need to take a few seconds to talk about today's sponsor for this video. LasGoo Lasers. This is a cross laser. It comes in a nice protective case. I'm going to give you the code for a specific code for 10% off your order if you follow that Amazon link I'm going to provide below in the description. It comes with a holder where you can screw it onto a tripod. That's a 5/8 thread on the bottom. This is a 1/4 inch thread here. You can take the laser and you can move it forward, or you can completely unscrew it and take it off. It has these really strong magnets on the back. When you have an edge of a wall or a column like this, you have a corner bead, which is metal, so the magnets will stick to that metal. Okay, so let's say that I'm going to do a chair rail here and some boxes for wainscoting. I just place it here on the table just for demonstration purposes, and I'm going to turn on the self-leveling feature right there, and you can see the pendulum is moving around until it finds its center, and once that's it, now it's stable. Now I have my level line right here at the height that I would need. I'm going to put my chair rail on right there. I can measure up to that line, and one of the most important things, never look into the laser because it is a laser and you can damage your eyes. Now I needed to do some chair rail going down staircase. Well, I'll just shut this self-leveling feature off right there, press the top button right there, and then I would place it in the orientation that I needed, and you can see any angle that I need, it's locked in place, which is a feature that my other laser level didn't have, which is really nice because if you didn't have that feature, then when you turn it on and you would try to get it into that level position there, that's really annoying when you're trying to level something and it's flashing like that. It's very distracting. It's very hard to have consistency. LasGoo laser level, very good, affordable, and I've been using it extensively on molding installations. I've been using it for cabinet installations. So if you are in the market for a laser level, then I think this is definitely a good choice. It's definitely made with quality and definitely has the accuracy. All right, and it's good up to 100 feet. So you can definitely use this in high lighting conditions, low lighting conditions, and from a distance. Easy to use. One button there, one button there. You could stick it on a wall that has a corner bead, or you can put it on a tripod. All right, so a lot of features, guys. Check it out. And now we're back to our regular scheduled program, everyone. We're installing the cabinets here. You can see we're putting the end cabinet in there. Once I get that done, then I'll move over to the steam unit cabinet. I just want to make sure I have my reveal exact on that end of the wall that we planned it out to be, and everything's looking perfect. Now that I have the units sitting next to each other, I want to attach these carcasses together. So the easiest way to do it, obviously, is to detach the doors so that you can clamp the units together and then put the screws in and hide them behind the hinges so that when you do put the doors back on, no one will see the screws. Now, you can always install the cabinets with the doors off, but I had them in position on already. We had everything wrapped up with the moving blankets and the shrink wrap, so it's just easier to just drop them right onto the toe kicks and then those hinges that I have, they have the quick release clips, so they're easy to take off, but you could do it either way. One of the things you want to make sure when you're attaching the carcasses together is that the faces of the cabinets are completely flush with each other. You want them to look seamless. And now we have the last cabinet in place, and you can see the hole in that side there. That was for access to the steam unit. That's going to get closed up with an end panel later on. I'll show you that in a few minutes. And now that I have everything in place where I want it, I can screw the cabinets down to the toe kicks from the inside. And now one of the last things to do is put the doors back on and then start to adjust them. This way I can set everything for my spacer block so I can attach the drawer fronts. Now when I do the spacing for these drawer fronts here, I'm using a 4mm domino on each side on top of the tops of the doors, and that's going to give me my 4mm spacing. That's consistent with the rest of the build, where the spacing in between each door is 4mm from one door to the next, and also the door to door from cabinet to cabinet. We have everything lined up where we want it, then I can go ahead from the inside of the top of the cabinet and screw the drawer face in place. Portion here, okay, the corners, and that'll bring it out perfectly level with the cabinet. Now just instructing my son on where to put those little rubber cushions for the drawer fronts. Then it's basically just a little rinse and repeat for the rest of the drawer fronts. And last to go on will be the full drawer front for where the sink is going to go. Next I need to cut my end panels, and I'll just do that with the track saw. Once I have the panels cut to the exact size, I can attach them from the inside of the cabinet with just 4 screws. And that leads me to a pro tip: always oversize your end panels if you're going to use end panels, and cut them on site. This way you get them perfect every time. Now the last piece of the puzzle here is to nail off the cover for the toe kick. Close it all up, make it look nice. Okay guys, I'm going to try to get a little bit of close up here because the lighting is less than ideal down here. It's very dark, and if I put the spotlight on here to work, it drowns everything out. So you have your full extension drawers, you have an open shelf on one side there, soft closed doors. We have that detail. It might be a little hard to see, but in person you can see it a lot better. And this is the cabinet that had the steam unit inside for the bathroom behind, and you can see there's that open panel. That's a removable access panel there. That's why I have all that in place. So that steam unit, you saw I had to cut the toe kick around it, and then we dropped it right over it, and then just close that all up. Okay, soft close. And here's the false drawer here. The sink's gonna get dropped in there, and we still have to vacuum everything up. Okay guys, so that's it. The installation went well. Everything came out perfectly level, and today's sponsor did help out with that video, so definitely don't forget to check out that LasGoo Laser level. Really good product there. Don't forget to stay tuned for the door building video. I'll show you guys the way I built the door, the solid panel doors, with the feature of the groove running around the door to just mimic European style or modern style Euro kitchen cabinet door, which is a one-piece door, solid, and it has the groove around it, which kind of mimics shaker style. So it looks like an inlay with the groove, but it also looks like a frame and panel shaker style door at the same time, without being a shaker style flat panel door. So that's pretty cool. I'll show you how to do that with the router and everything. So that's coming up in the next video. I didn't have time with, trying to get the video with the sponsor and everything like that. I didn't have time to do that one first. And then I came down with COVID about a week ago. So I hope you guys will join me next time. Definitely hit the subscribe button. Definitely hit that picture of a notification bell. That's going to notify you every time I upload a new video. Stay tuned. You can see behind me there is big changes going on here with the shop. I'll actually just rotate the camera around. You can see a wall came down, and we have a lot more space now to work, and we still have this part of the shop there, and we got a lot going on. So stick with me. Eventually I'll get to doing a shop tour once I have everything in order. All right, guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Thanks for joining me.